Hello, how are you doing today? Hi, this is Sherry. So I haven't filmed in a while, and um, I just wanted to talk about that. And today's topic is chaos gardening and chaos life. And this right here is a specific example of how things can happen. This looks like it does not belong here whatsoever. What recently happened is I fell through my deck, and not really fell through my deck. Our deck was getting really, really bad, and to the point we couldn't walk on it no more. And it came out to this. And so we decided that we never sat on the deck, so we didn't want to spend the money to, have a deck come out to this area anymore. And with that decision, we went with a small one. We had a wonderful guy come out. His name was Jeff Cooper, a local handyman, and he loves doing decks. And he did this wonderful deck made out of marine grade wood for us. It's not really a deck, it's a stair. But the point is, things happen, things happen that you don't plan on. And sometimes you need to give yourself the grace of that. I like this barometer bush. This is a Texas sage, and I'm actually thinking about getting a bunch of it to go up against the house. Now, with the topic of chaos, a lot of people are not that neat and orderly, and I'm one of them. I change my mind about what I want to do all the time, and that's okay. And I think we need to make it more okay. I have seen so many videos, about buying things and doing things and everything being perfect in line for people. I just sort of wanted to show that not everything is perfect. And this, speaking of which, this bougainvillea here, I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not. I cut it back a little bit to try and help these guys get this deck out of here. And look at how crazy it's gone. I have a bougainvillea, and this is a evening, it's a evening blooming jasmine. And then, as I said before, that's some Texas sage. There's some weeds in there. There is another bougainvillea. It's a smaller kind down there. And then this is a chaya plant. But now I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Am I going to plant it next to the house? Am I going to just, chop it down? What am I going to do? Because it's now inconveniently located. The same thing, I have these garden things, and also this stuff out in the middle. A few bricks and stuff that were laying around. And that's not perfect. So, give me a second. I'm going to go let the birds out, and then we'll talk about some more not perfect gardening situations in the yard. And then here's another thing that happens. I have this gargoyle. I have a couple of gargoyles that I'm no longer kind of interested in gargoyles. So I don't know if there's a good place for me to have those anymore, or if I have a garden space that they'll ever be a part of. Anyhow, hang on a second. I'll be right back with you. So we're in another view. I just let out the birds so they can enjoy their day. They're pretty much able to roam the whole 5-acre property if they want to. And as you see here, this tree is fell and it's laying there. And these are just things that they build up. Things happen. Now look at this dog fennel. I actually seen a video of somebody here recently that said they deliberately let their property get like ours is, And for, you know, the chop and drop and the benefits of it, I have to tell you that the blackberry is so fierce, it's hard to walk through our property. And, you know, but I think it'd be okay if we just put some trails in here to get through the blackberry until I decide later. And that's part of the chaos that I am thinking of and managing in my property. Also, last year, I did not trim back the grapevines, and so they're a little wild and woolly, and I haven't picked my grapes yet this year, but part of the reason is this. So sometime in the future, I got to figure out how to, or I got to start maintaining this, so I can get in there better to get the fruits off my vines. And and there's not a lot this year because, like I said, I let it get overgrown. There's a nice, these are, let me think of what they're called. I want to say Triumph. They're more of the Scuppernong variety. And I do have some reds in here. So the Triumph didn't do that well as far as fruiting this year as it looks. So part of the reason why I hadn't posted in a while too is because I had my wings deflated a little bit. Somebody had made comments about how I breathe and how it disgusted them and stuff like this, you know, and I let the negativity get to me. And here I am, not perfect, and I'm not going to let negative people influence me anymore. So, just a note on that. And yeah, I actually thought there would be some fruit in here, but there really isn't a lot. Actually kind of disappointed. I was going to try and make some hooch. I'd never done that before, so I was going to do that. So hang on a second, I'm going to take you over. So here's a few other things. I was starting a nursery, and I realized I couldn't do that. On the off time, I'm a tax preparer, and during tax preparation season is the best gardening season. So this gets away from me. As you can see right here, I have the fennel all growing up, and everything needs transplanted and needing weeded and stuff like that. It's just not something that I'm able to maintain at this moment, so had to let it go. Ultimately, my goal is right now is to garden what I can and share my experiences with you. I have been doing a bit of chaos gardening in this section, so my mindset right now is to, let me get down here better. There's still some weeds in this area. So I've been working on this line right here, straight back. I've been weeding and a few of the things I've tried in here. This year I put asparagus. Now I've been weeding out the blackberries and they keep coming in. I planted I came in and planted seeds while I was weeding out this area of things like okra, hibiscus, roselle, and I came in with a bean mix and tried planting beans, and these are pigeon peas, so some of the weediness is deliberate. I was hoping that those items would take over underneath so it wouldn't be as weedy. So this has really gotten big. That's a pigeon pea. So that is the progress that I'm making. Or if you know of something that's a food type item that does like to cover the ground. I know a lot of people will say sweet potatoes, but every time I plant sweet potatoes here, they disappear. Something eats them. So that's not really an option. Let me know if you need a rooster. We got some extras. So I haven't gotten in here and weeded in a bit. The main thing over there is loquats. Trying to grow some loquats. They're doing pretty good in here. Chose loquats because they're easy in this area. So I'll come over and show you some more chaotic things that happen. And you can see I'm not keeping up with it. But I'm trying, and I keep planting things underneath, hoping. I think my next try is just going to be a low-growing clover, like a Dutch clover, a basic. And limbs keep falling. And so the plan is to break up the stems and stuff of these and just add them to the garden areas as time permits. Wow, spider web. So some of you may remember my persimmon tree over here. It's like nearly impossible to get to right now, but in November we will get back there. I need to trim everything out again. Last year I had a video of me trimming everything out, but it's back behind all these beauty bushes, and this is pokeweed, if you're not aware of that. And these are the beauty bushes that are about ready to come on strong with the purple. And then over here, let me show you the figs. So actually I didn't get many. Noah, what are you doing in here? I didn't get many figs off of this tree, but I could see some coming in. So this is the magnolia, and this one here is the Cadota, Texas Everberry, Improved Celeste. It has several names. And this year I got a really heavy harvest off of it once, but I never chopped it like I said I was going to, and a lot of it was too high to reach. So I definitely have to do some pruning this year on that. So yeah, that's, I don't know what Noah sees. You eating leaves? I guess. So over here, that over there is a hickory tree. This here is an olive, slow growing. And this right here, I need to trim this down. This is also a mulberry. Which I really like mulberry trees. I'm looking for things to feed the chickens with free or cheaply. There's Noah doing his thing. So I guess my whole point is it doesn't have to be perfect, and we're only human. And I noticed that there's been a downfall in YouTube because there's so many great people who do everything perfectly, and I figured it might be helpful for somebody who struggles sometimes like I do. I struggle with my health and my weight, and I think I'm going to come out here and do all sorts of stuff, and I don't do it. Look at those beauty berries. Need to trim that back so it comes back nicer. And so I you know, like I say, my goal really is to have a fun life and enjoy and help people if I can in any kind of way. So let me know if there's anything I can help you do. And a reminder, if you live in the area, I'm a tax preparer at H&R Block in Mississauga, and I could do your taxes in season. So I would love to see you. This is another mulberry that's not so great doing. Take this branch out of it. Thanks for stopping by, and grow wild. That's what I say, grow wild. And don't worry about what the world has to say if it's not perfect. Have a great day.